The winter wind outside the Adore headquarters carried a sharpness that mirrored the tension inside the building. For weeks, the K-pop industry had been buzzing, whispering, speculating, and dissecting every move made by Hee-jin, the woman once hailed as the visionary who reshaped the future of girl groups. But now, that same woman stood at the center of a storm she did not intend to escape. It began with a press conference, one expected to bring clarity, humility, and closure. Fans, journalists, and countless viewers waited for one moment, an apology to New Jeans. A gesture of accountability, a sign of healing. For many, it seemed inevitable. But Hee-jin did the unexpected. When the question finally came, "Will you apologize to NJZ, New Jeans?" the room held its breath. Cameras zoomed in, every eye focused on her. "I have nothing to apologize for," she said. Those 7 words changed everything. In seconds, the atmosphere shifted. Social media erupted into chaos. Hashtags exploded. Comment sections flooded with disappointment, shock, anger, and disbelief. Overnight, what was supposed to be a step toward reconciliation became an ignition point for a new wave of backlash. Fans who once supported her questioned her intentions. Industry insiders quietly murmured that the refusal had crossed a line. Even neutral audiences, those who rarely took sides, felt uneasy at the sharpness of her stance. Meanwhile, the New Jeans members stayed silent. Their expressions in recent appearances were calm, professional, unreadable. But the silence only fueled the public's imagination. Were they hurt? Were they disappointed? Were they waiting for something or giving up on it? Inside her office, Hee-jin watched the reactions unfold. Her phone buzzed non-stop with notifications, articles, editorials, and public opinion polls. Each one painted the same picture. The backlash was growing, heavier than before, louder than ever. Yet still, she remained firm. Some saw it as pride, others saw it as conviction. But the world saw it as refusal to acknowledge the emotional weight carried by the group she had fought so hard to create. In the days that followed, the storm only intensified. Public sentiment crashed like waves against Adore's walls. Analysts predicted long-term consequences. Fans demanded answers. Industry figures urged transparency and responsibility. And in the midst of it all, Hee-jin held her silence tightly, as if it were the one thing she could still control. But the question echoed everywhere, from newsrooms to fan forums to coffee shops across Seoul. What will be the cost of the apology she refused? As winter deepened, the controversy showed no sign of fading. The world waited for her next move. New Jeans moved forward with their schedules, graceful but distant. And Hee-jin stood alone on the thin, icy line between artistic genius and public responsibility. The storm she never expected had already begun, and the world was watching how she would weather it.